So I'm asked this question, okay, everything went up, everything's inflated. So I made my fortune because I just rode the ship going up, as it was a great time to get rich, but it's different now. So everything is now going to start coming down. Now, when I was in school, in high school, nobody touched stocks. The only thing people bought were bonds. Only people that bought stocks were gamblers. Nobody bought real estate. They bought a house, but there was not much real estate investing in commercial, at least. So I went in, since I played Monopoly as a young boy, I went into investing in real estate. The reason I like real estate is because I can use debt. Debt is tax-free money. I know everybody says get out of debt, but you have to know what you're doing. I don't recommend it, but I borrow as much as I like because it's tax-free. Let's say I borrow $1 million. It's a tax-free $1 million. If I had to work for $1 million, it cost me $2 million because I had to pay the taxes on it. So debt is tax-free money, and with that, I buy real estate. But everything has gone up, and today I'm a little spooked because the last deal that Ken McElroy and I worked on, it was a $30 million property. And because people are so desperate for anything, so the bidding started, it went to 32 million, and we stayed in at 32 million. Then it hit 34 million, and at that point we got out. It didn't make sense at 34 million, and the property ultimately sold for 36 million. That's a bubble. It doesn't make sense. So unless you have an infinite money machine, like a lot of people do, you can stay in there. But we don't. We have to pay that money back. So anyway, just be patient. Prices of gold, silver, and Bitcoin will crash too. The reason is when markets crash, whether it's stocks, real estate, we call it bonds, people need cash. And so when the markets crash, they have to go to cash, and they'll sell whatever is most liquid. That's the key word. So what gold, silver, and Bitcoin are is liquid, so they'll sell that off too. Now that's bad news if you're holding it long, but it's good news if you're buying more of it. So every crash, it'll come down. And if you're long, if you actually are confident that the government's going to keep screwing up, the government's going to keep printing more and more money, which they will when the pensions go broke, just keep, every time it drops, buy more gold, silver, and Bitcoin. And for most people, silver is the most affordable today. It's also the most volatile. If you can afford $20,000 Bitcoin, buy it. You can afford $2,000 gold, buy it. And if you can't, buy silver. Anyway, there's massive money printing ahead because the US government is in serious financial trouble. Like the debt there's two guys, a man and a woman, called Rogoff and Reinhardt. They said when the debt to GDP ratio hits 90%, it's aloha. You've gone too far. That'd be like you making, $10,000 a month, but $9,000 is being paid to debt. What that means is the US government has to print more fake money. So every time, since I know the long trend is they're going to print more money, I'll buy gold, silver, and Bitcoin all day long because our US government is screwed up. So the time to buy more gold, silver, and Bitcoin is coming. But the reason I like gold, silver, and Bitcoin, it's outside the system. It's out of reach of the US government and the US Treasury and things like this. So I love this stuff. I just simply do not trust my government.
So there, Kiyosaki explains that in the event of a market crash, investors will flee to cash, selling off any liquid assets they have. As gold, silver, and especially Bitcoin are liquid, the prices of these too will collapse. As he states, if you are long on these assets, it would be a huge buying opportunity. Now, in this clip, Kiyosaki speaks on the effect money printing and stimulus responses will have on real estate, millennials, and what the only solution is for investors.
So there's all kinds of things going on in real estate today, but it'll eventually crash simply because the government is making it so expensive to build a house. So, I'm going, this is so screwed up. But that's what happens when the government steps in and they kick capitalists out, and then the socialists kick in. But anyway, that's why savers are losers today. So we have the Fed just announced they're going to keep interest rates low for about 5 more years. Well, that means my generation, we're screwed because Wells Fargo's not going to pay dividends anymore. For pensions to operate, they need about a 7% return. And because they suppressed the interest rates, just like they suppressed COVID, what a fake that was, but they suppressed interest rates and they suppressed COVID, it kills everybody. It's killing everybody. So for the young at heart and all this, the way out of this is to be an entrepreneur. You see, I don't need the stock market to make money. And I really don't need the real estate market to make money because I already bought my property long ago. So I just cash coming in. But the real advantageous thing here is this little cell phone. We can take ideas like books and games and things like this and create our own. And this ships it out to the world. So all I'm saying here is what your mommy and daddy told you is go to school, get a job, work hard, save money, get out of debt, and buy a house and invest in the stock market for the future. It's going to wipe them out. It's old ideas. You need new ideas.